Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid to late September 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Taurus collective. My God, Spirit Team, talk to me. What do we got for my friends here in mid to late September? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock. What do we got here for Taurus, please? And thank you. Nice and quick. There we go. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful, loving, caring. We have this beautiful goddess figure snuggling up with that white bird, and this is just heartwarming type of energy that I see from time to time. Now, I would say out of all the oracle cards, this one doesn't come out often for most signs, but it is super spiritual, loving, and caring. It's protective as well. So regardless of what shows up in the reading this week, this gives me a silver lining right off the bat. Now, before we talk about all the little details and nuance of that card, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. And finally, for those of you interested, I started channel memberships here on the Kyle of Cups channel. If you're interested, you want to take a look, I'll pin a link to it down in the comments below, in a pinned comment. Obviously, no pressure, but I'll be doing a very special reading for channel members this month, since it's the first month. Enough of the promo, though. Let's get rocking here. I promise that's it. All reading from here on out. Nice and quick. We got through it. So you see this imagery here. This woman dressed in red. She always gives me a goddess type of vibe. Divine feminine energy, and she is snuggling up next to this white bird. In divination and in symbolism, white birds represent the realm of spirit. It's angelic, so it could be guides, ancestors, spirit teams. So this is a huge card of spiritual protection whenever I see it. So maybe spirit wants to tell a lot of the Taurus collective that you are divinely protected, you are guided, you are protected, you are loved, you are not alone. This is a great type of energy. Now, for some of you, it might be a little softer than normal. Like, you might not be as rough around the edges. Maybe you need a big old hug, right? That's what this card could represent. Either you want to give somebody affection or you want to receive it. I always like to say, I'll give you a big virtual bear hug, my friends, if you need it. But this is a lovely type of energy. And for some of you, whether you're wanting it or whether you're wanting to give it, it's just a soft, caring type of vibe. It's really, really nice. Let's get into the reading. And protective, okay? I feel like I could talk about that card much more, but let's get you into tarot now. I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading, it's just a footnote. Let's get it going here for Taurus. Let's get these first three out in the upright. And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading, because it was really positive. It was titled A Massive Victory, and it was a complete flip-flop from the week before, because the week prior, there was some rough energy to contend with, and last week's was just so positive for a lot of you. So I hope a big victory did come in for a lot of you. And victories come in all different shapes and sizes, right? There could be monetary ones. There could be ones with personal relationships and romance. That energy could still bleed over into coming days and weeks, so just keep that in mind. But we'll see what we have for you now. Let's get you three cards. And as I always say, just take this reading how it hits. Energy is very fluid, never set in stone. And we could be looking at your vibe or someone you're linked to. So let's get you three cards. Quick, first card popping out. All right, we have devil energy here, which doesn't necessarily throw the reading out. It's something for us to take a look at. Okay, it could be a challenge. We'll see. Let's get you two more. Could be. Thank you. All right, Nine of Swords. Okay, Taurus. Someone might be really stressing here when we have this Nine of Swords. We're not going to wallow in it though, right? But when we have the devil, Nine of Swords, someone's bothered. Someone is bothered. Maybe there's a reason we got so much reassurance in the beginning, right? Okay, I was not expecting this card. We have the Six of Wands on the back end. All right. That's a little surprising, but I will take it. Let's go through here, Taurus. We have a very interesting mixture of energy. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. So, looking down, first look, first glance, I have to mention, interesting mixture of elements. We got earth energy, because the devil is earth energy, even though it looks fire and brimstone. We have air, we have fire. Now, There could be a bit of a volatile energy around. That's a vibe I'm picking up here intuitively so far, especially with the fire-air combo and the devil. Could be a little bit of volatility, but I think something's going to turn out way better than you expect with this Six of Wands on the back end. Let's go through one by one. I feel like there's so much detail and nuance in this reading. Let's just break it down a little piece by piece. The devil in position number 1. Now, for a portion of you, you might just be connected to a Capricorn. Maybe you have some Capricorn placements yourself. And if you're a Capricorn watching this reading, we're not calling you devil. It's just because of the goat symbolism. But aside from that, if this is not a person, what can we think of? This could represent the material world. This could represent material attachments. This could represent something you may have been dealing with for quite a long time. With that earthy energy, sometimes it could be issues and problems that you've been dealing with for a while. That's hard to work through. So yes, it could be a situation. It could be an individual with this devil card as well. In regards to relationships, the devil could be a toxic one. It could represent somebody that's a little possessive, jealous, obsessive, and especially with a card like the Nine of Swords, like somebody could really be going through something here when I see this. But obviously we have to say there could be a warning when we have this devil. There might be invasive thoughts, especially with the Nine of Swords next to it as well. But I feel like everything is going to be okay with this Six of Wands on the back end. Let's keep working through it. But yes, obviously the devil could represent some sort of warning that we'll want to dig into further when we clarify. Getting to the center, we have the Nine of Swords. This is a stress-induced type of card. It's also a paranormal card. It's also a mental card. So thinking, someone overthinking or stressing about something. You see the imagery here. This person is laying in bed at night and they can't sleep for whatever reason. So Spirit could be asking you to really look into and prioritize your rest and sleep. Okay, maybe some of you are having a little bit of insomnia for whatever reason, whether it is overthinking or something else. You might need to really rest, relax, and recharge yourself when we have an energy like this. But once again, stress-induced. Like this is somebody really stressing about something, going through it, extremely bothered. So I don't want to yet say this is someone who's like messy emotionally, but it could possibly be, especially with the devil right next to it. I don't want to say it's obsessive. There's like a lot of things going through my head that I don't want to claim just yet until we get to the clarifiers. But getting to the back end, we have the Six of Wands, a card of complete and total victory. Now, this tells me a couple things about this spread. Let me try to get these cards all lined up a little better because it'll bother me. Now, the Six of Wands, once again, the victory, like we were seeing last week, it's a card of triumph, overcoming things, so challenges, hurdles. You could overcome a lot of them here. This is a card of public recognition. This is a card of gaining notoriety for the things you've done. It's a card of kudos and being recognized. We really love this, but it also has a side that links into egotism or egotistical. There might be someone you're linked to that's very egotistical. They think they walk on water type of energy, but I'm not getting that. The way the energy is flowing, there could be something where even if it seems like you can't get through it, or it seems like it's really too tough to handle, like you're gonna be fine. Like this energy on the back end just feels much more positive than the rest of it. But we're going to have to dig in a lot deeper to all this, Taurus. It's a complex one this week. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Taurus friends, please. My guides and spirit team. What we got for my friends? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that devil. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Taurus, please just drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. I'm sure they'd love to read it. So let's see what's going on with that devil. What is the devil here for Taurus? Thank you. Moon. Okay. All right. So really in this time, watch out for like surprising situations that really pop up and crop up out of nowhere. Whether it is somebody showing their true colors about something, or when I get the moon underneath the devil, that is not the ideal clarifier you want for this devil, because then this represents something you don't quite see just yet. This represents an issue or a problem or an individual where you don't see the true colors just yet. The moon is a card of hiding. The moon is a card of secrecy. Yes, it's psychic and it's intuitive. Like maybe you're feeling something in the air when we have the moon and Nine of Swords around the devil. Maybe you feel someone or something is off, but this could absolutely be a warning from spirit. Like, hey, there is something you don't quite know about just yet. I'm trying not to be a fearmonger about it, but when I see the devil clarified by the moon, it is something that hasn't fully surfaced just yet. So it could be an unexpected problem or a surprising problem that just like pops up out of nowhere. And it's like, whoa, how did I not see this? Or like, how did I not figure this out? Or how did I not see this yet? A problem may surface, okay? Could be a big one. We'll see how it all plays out, but a problem could surface. Could be a serious one. I don't want to really like keep pounding this energy home. It is what it is, right? Let's keep moving forward. But the moon underneath the devil, yeah, that's something I'm not a fan of. So whether this is a warning about a specific person or a situation, like I said, let's keep moving. Let's see why the Nine of Swords is here. You know me, I don't like to linger on energy like this. We're going to keep moving towards the positive. It is what it is, though. But yeah, I'm getting that vibe. Like, how did I not see this? How did I not see this? Let's see what that Nine of Swords is about. Okay. All right, Page of Cups in the upright. Notice we're getting so much water along the bottom now. Deep emotional waters running. Now, with the Page of Cups, that could represent a water sign. Underneath the Nine of Swords, a lot of you really do need to get something, or will need to get something off your chest, hash it out or air it out. For another portion of you, this could be someone absolutely stressing or anxious or nervous because they want to speak to you. So there might be someone you're not talking to right now, or whether it's via you or via them. I'm picking up like a blockage in the energy here. But when I get this Page of Cups, it is somebody needing to get something off their chest. So if there is somebody that you want to talk to, but you can't for whatever reason, you might need to talk to somebody else to get those feelings out. That's what I'm picking up here, Taurus. I know this sounds like all out of left field. This could be separate situations too. It doesn't just have to be one, but it would be beneficial if you're going through a difficult time, one that's more difficult than usual, to please speak to someone about it. Speak to someone about it, right? Whether it's a professional or whether it's someone you trust. This could be a very important or serious talk that needs to be had. So if this devil energy does arise, you need to address it. Don't just stress about it. You need to address it ASAP. At the very least, you need to talk to someone about it. And it does feel very important and serious. Let's keep moving to the Six of Wands. Whew. It feels a little heavy to me, my friends. Let's see why that Six of Wands is here. As I have been saying since the very beginning, this tells me everything's going to be okay. But let's see what that Six of Wands says, please. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. Pardon me. Yeah. Now I'm getting a frog in my throat. In this time, watch out for issues of the throat, because now that's coming up a lot as I'm trying to get these readings out. So watch out for like colds and stuff like that. Now, when we have the Magician in the upright underneath this Six of Wands, this is absolutely a triumph in the end. This is absolutely something happening for the best, okay? So whether you're in the throes of this energy right here up front, this Six of Wands with the Magician is saying like your manifestations or something is coming in that you can control the ship and you can attain a victory, just like I was seeing last week. The Magician is an energy conduit, okay? And once again, I just have to mention, there's a lot of supernatural cards here, okay? I don't link every tarot card to the supernatural. The Magician, I do. The Devil, I do. The Moon, I do. The Nine of Swords, I do. So 4 of the 6 cards here are supernatural in their ways, so you might be extra energy sensitive in this time, okay? Whether it's feeling the emotions of others or just being sensitive to energy, it's showing up in a big way. However, the Magician is all about controlling one's destiny and creating and manifesting. And for a lot of you, whatever trials and tribulations that pop up or whatever it is that you're going through, I would not lose hope, because once again, this is a triumph in the end, a big triumph, a huge triumph that you will get through whatever's happening, okay? Maybe some of you, none of this stuff is happening on the front end yet, and that's a good thing. Don't claim this energy if you're not going through it. Claim this on the back end. That's beautiful stuff, because in the end, everything will be fine, okay? Let's go through and do a quick recap here, Taurus. Lots of ups and downs, but let's talk about this very first card. Remember, the spiritual guidance, the protection, the love, the nurturing. This is here regardless of what we've been seeing within the reading. Now, position number 1 before the shadow card, we have the devil with the moon in the upright. I don't like that alignment, okay? I'm sure most readers wouldn't like it either. It tells me that there might be a situation or an issue that has not surfaced yet. This is hidden devil type of energy. And I was picking up that vibe like, all right, how did I not see it? Or how did I not connect the dots? I should have known, like stuff like that. Those energies were coming through. But in this time, please just, when you identify a problem, take it seriously, because this could represent a big problem in the front end. In the center, we have the 9 of Swords with the Page of Cups in the upright. There could be stress about not being able to speak to someone. There could be stress about somebody, whether they're stressing, nervous, or anxious, or you. Like, the communication lines aren't quite open or honest or truthful just right now. But to me, this is Spirit saying, like, you need to talk to someone. If it is a problem or an issue, you need to have a serious talk about it right away. You need to get it out in the air, and you need to just release it. You don't keep it in, okay? So this could be an important or a serious talk. But on the back end, this is where that good energy rolls in. We have the 6 of Wands with the Magician in the upright. This is chef's kiss type of energy. We love it. It's an energy of triumph and winning in the end, and Spirit saying everything will be okay, everything will be fine. All cards are on a spectrum. Some things could be very minor, some things could be very major. And I know some of you might not be going through any of the stuff that we spoke about yet. But when I see it here, like, Spirit is just giving so much reassurance at the back end and so much reassurance on the front end. Okay, so claim those energies. Let's get into the shadow card. And yeah, Taurus, please take a screenshot of that if you want to look into them further. Let's see what we got in the shadows for you, my friends. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end. I feel like it's a nice introspective thing to do. To look within, whether it's something within ourselves, maybe it'll give us a little more detail about what's happening here with that devil moon connection. Let's get you one shadow card. What's going on in the shadows for Taurus? 3 Cups. Yeah, don't over party in this time. For some of you, the 3 of Cups is generally a card of celebration. Okay, it's generally a card of merriment. So this can be really good. When we get a super positive card that shows up in the shadows, Spirit could be telling you, just like we saw here on the back end with the 6 of Wands, that everything's going to be fine. Don't worry about the shadows right now. If you're in the midst of going through very difficult things and problems, don't worry about the shadows right now. Focus on the happy, which is a good thing. Okay, but now for another portion of you, I just have to say the 3 of Cups can talk about some dicey group situations. So take that for what it's worth. The 3 of Cups can absolutely talk about somebody that's partying a little too much. So there might be a person you're connected to that throws too many back or over parties in one way or another. I'm not judging whatsoever, but that's what the card could represent, overconsumption. So in this time, like, temperance is the vibe, okay, when we have this card. But for a portion of you, that could be a positive thing that we're shining a light on here. So Taurus, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. For the September subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 2 lucky winners to win 2 tarot decks completely at random. It will be a winner's choice. So if you want to get the Gilded Tarot, you could go ahead and do that. If you want the Everyday Witches Tarot, that's your choice as well. Any deck under $40 US will be given away. So if you'd like to get your name in for this one, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments which zodiac signs you get along best with. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.